Hey man,
fairly is subjectively here because fairly would
it's
only be
part of you.
fairly.
Yeah, this is fair. Fair doesn't mean that it's fair for you, but hey, it's been a crazy ride so far, and it continues because apparently the judge Glanville recused himself. Well, he was basically put under pressure after Young Duck's lawyer filed for a removal, and he refused it a couple of times, and then it's tactics, right? He put it there so he can refuse it, so he can go to a higher court to decide whether he should be removed or not. RJ, before we jump right into it.
Yes, the story is crazy, and it's so, I mean, hilarious. And I think a lot of people learned from the Johnny Depp case because it was so intriguing, and a lot of people watched it, and they followed it, and they learned a lot of things like legalese, right? Things that you can say in the courtroom, different procedures. But I think this YSL case is exhausting all the procedures because everything that you can think of is in the case. Lawyers doing shady things, sleeping with, I mean, it's amazing. But before we talk about the latest things that happened in the case, of course, guys, we need to remind you to like the video so YouTube pushes it to more people. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Don't forget to comment as well, share your thoughts and opinion. Check us out on our socials and subscribe. Hit that notification button. KR, let's proceed with the latest in the YSL case.
Yeah, so basically, Judge Glanville was removed from the YSL case. As you can see here, the headline says Young Thug's YSL Rico Trial judge recused from the case. And to be honest, I was expecting this to happen. The question only was when, because the reason why they started this whole, let's say, part of the trial is because the judge was basically doing an ex parte meeting, so a one-on-one meeting with one of the witnesses, which was a key witness, Lil Woody, which kind of already is. And by the way, that was a one-on-one meeting without the defendant counsel. So only Lil Woody, his lawyer, and the judge were there, and the prosecutor, from what I understand. So everyone was there except the people who are defending the case. So hey, that turned into a bad situation for him. And RJ, do you want and have anything to say about this?
Yeah, so as you know, criminal law isn't my forte, but what is a key principle in law is objectivity, especially from a lawyer, a judge, right? So as a judge, you need to be objective and you need to avoid any appearance of a conflict of interest. So there doesn't need to be a conflict of interest. You need to avoid even the appearance of a conflict of interest. So, of course, you can continue being the judge if the objectivity is out of question. If Lady Justice did this just to see who's standing there, to see who she's gonna blessed with her sword, then it wouldn't be a fair trial anymore. And I'm guessing that's the reason why he was recused.
Yeah, and the lawyer had also a couple of things to say. Brian Steele, he said Jeffrey Williams is innocent of the charges brought in his indictment, and to clear his name, he sought a speedy trial, one in which he would receive the constitutional guarantees of a fair trial, with an impartial judge presiding and ethical prosecutors following the law. Sadly, Judge Glanville and the prosecutors have run afoul of their duties under the law. Mr. Williams is grateful that the reviewing court agreed with him and entered the order accusing and disqualifying Judge Glanville from presiding over Mr. Williams' case. We look forward to proceeding with a trial judge who will fairly and faithfully follow the law. Hey man,
fairly is subjectively here, because fairly would
it's
only be
part of
fairly.
you, yeah. This is fair doesn't mean that it's fair for you, but hey, he's assuming that fair would agree with him that Mr. Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thugger, aka I don't know what Christian name he has these days, but hey, maybe he is. Maybe he's gonna get free. It's looking more and more. It's looking more and more that the prosecutor is not able to put a clear case on the table, and that is creating a problem.
But the thing about this case is that it's very messy too, right? And so that's a strategy of the defense, like make it as messy as possible. Witnesses saying one thing, then taking the stand and saying a completely different thing.
Yeah, Woody was crazy.
Yeah. So it's a very messy case, and it's gonna be a bit difficult. It's gonna be difficult.
You mean for the prosecutor?
For the prosecutor, yeah.
They don't have a clear-cut case where they can point.
And it shows you as well, because this is taking place in Atlanta.
ATL.
Peace up.
Peace.
Down.
Peace.
ATL. So it's also illustrating the thin line between the criminal world and the justices, because it seems like they're intertwined. Connie Willis was being accused of getting it on. I mean, it's
big nut. Yes, because let's continue on this path, because the judge who was appointed as the next judge following Judge Glanville was Miss Ingram, and I might get the pronunciation of her first name wrong, but it seems like Shakura Ingram. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but Shakura was appointed as the next judge, but quite
Shakura
or Shakur Tupac, Shakur Stevenson.
What did Mason Cam say about it?
How old is she? Maybe her name was inspired by Tupac.
Maybe.
But anyway, so Miss Ingram also removed herself from the trial.
Shortly after, right?
The same day when she was appointed. The same day. I'll tell you why. Her deputy was the deputy arrested for an improper relationship with Tuck's co-defendant. Listen to this name: Big Briss Christian Epengi. whatever his name is, last name is. Big Briss. So not Chris, but Briss. It's a big blood, I guess. He's not in a gang though, according to this trial. She didn't want the potential appearance of impartiality. So here we have a deputy who's having a relationship, like you said. There's a thin line between justice and the criminals. Criminals are screwing the deputy and maybe getting some information as well on the law, on the side.
Screwing them physically and out of their jobs.
Apparently, because she's been arrested. So,
Yeah.
and like you said, there have been allegations. Who knows? We can't check anymore because Big Nut is not here anymore. Big Nut is actually who this whole case is about, because from the prosecutor's case is based on Young Thug giving the orders to remove Big Nut of the case, of this planet, of this system.